So Brooke Henderson, number 8 on the money list this year, and she had time to speak with Bruce Young after she signed her scorecard.
Well, Brooke, an opening round of 7 under par 65. You must be delighted.
Yeah, absolutely. It was a great round today. Got off to a fast start, 2 birdies through my first 3 holes, and was able to finish really strong with a 4 under on the back 9. So it was definitely scoreable today with the conditions, and hopefully tomorrow I can do something similar.
Conditions this morning were absolutely outstanding. It's one thing to get great conditions. It's another thing to take advantage of them.
Yeah, absolutely. When I saw the wind was down and the greens were holding a little bit better than they have been, I knew I had to get a low score on the board, and to get 7 under, I'm really happy with it. And there's a lot of low scores again with me and beside me, and hopefully over the next 3 days I can continue to hit the ball as well as I did today and give myself enough birdie opportunities where I can make a few of them.
You've played a lot of golf this year. You've still got a lot of golf to come. Clearly, you're still quite fresh and ready to go when you produce a round like this.
Yeah, 6 events left for me this year. I'm trying to really finish this year off strong and, hopefully get some great finishes coming down this fall.
There's probably nobody else in this field that can understand the pressure that Lydia's under this week, because just a few weeks ago you had a very similar experience in Ottawa at the Canadian Pacific Women's Open. Tell us about that situation for you.
It was amazing. It was so much fun. I had so many people cheering me on and supporting me, the whole country. And I'm really proud of how Lydia's been handling it this week. And, seeing the crowds out here today, it's very similar. So, hopefully she can have a great week as well and put on a good show for her fans.
Well, great start, Brooke. All the best for the next 3 days.
Awesome. Thanks, Bruce.
It's 118 yards for Danielle here at the 9th.
Yes, and Greg, coming down breeze as we described before, there is a little bit of a false front just to the right of the flag, but she's bounced it up over that. Very difficult flag position here today. I think Greg Turner made the comment that it's probably the toughest flag on this particular hole, and I would agree with that.
And I think it's made much more difficult by the breeze helping the players. It's really hard to get any sort of spin on the golf ball, even if you are on the fairway.
Southwesterly, the prevailing breeze here. Completely switch and come out of the northeast at times, and that makes this 9th hole a bit of a beast.
I guess with a name like Windross, we shouldn't be surprised that there's a wee bit of breeze here once in a while.
Well, and Bruce too, I think one thing that makes it awkward is that visually your view is impeded by this bunker guarding. Well, it's really short of the green, but it guards the view from the players.
And Jane Catherine really taking a bit of time over this. It's a really feel shot, as you said, down breeze as much as it is. It makes getting the yardages and the distance control right very difficult. She's got a shot of 99 yards, excuse me.
And that bunker that you see right in front of the pin there. Just hear Catherine talking this one over. That's a good 20 metres, 20 yards or so short of this flagstick. So can, again, as you're saying, Greg, just create a little bit of doubt as to exactly where you want to land the ball.
It's a nasty golf course designer to do something like that.
So just 90 yards to the front. Flag is on 9.
Yes, and Jane, that 90 yards will be the distance she'll be considering, and she pitched it almost 91 yards, I would think, and even then couldn't get the check that she needed. But still, right on line, a good quality shot, but just hard to control that distance.
Well, it's really part of the defence of the golf course is the breeze when it kicks up, and a great example here at the 9th hole.
Pretty similar line here to Danielle Kang, maybe a little bit closer, Bruce.
Yeah, I would think so, Jane, and if that is the case, then there is a bit of right-to-left movement in it, but not as much as I think the designer was suggesting, so let's find out who's right.
Slightly different angle there. Fairly straight coming down the hill on the right side of this green.
Well, you can hear Catherine talking to her caddy Patrick, and this flag is cut down in the very front of this green, so any sort of mishit, there's a burn about 10 or 15 yards short of the green. So even though it's a shot of only 100 plus yards, the strength of the wind is going to make this fairly tricky.
Yeah, I think important that she start this perhaps at the right edge of that bunker. Let the wind bring it to the right. Yeah, she didn't quite catch that one. It's going to be a tricky up and down there.
Bad lie when it's not necessary.
Kang will be next to go, of course. Very similar situation to that of Catherine Kirk. And I can tell you one of the reasons that Angela Stansford is called for ruling is, as you've discussed, there is lift clean in place today, but on an adjacent fairway, you're not able to do that.
Okay, Kang now looking just a little uncertain here. She's going to have just a touch outside of 100 yards. A wedge club of sorts. That looked like a committed swing.
Started well left of the flag, as Jane had suggested, and a good shot.
Yeah, that's how you would draw it up there, Bruce. That was well done, well executed, good solid contact.
So 3 distinct ledges in this green, as you know, Phil. The flag cut in the middle of those 3 ledges, and I think you heard Steve referring to the flag being just 3 or 4 paces from the back of the green.
Yeah, there's a little false back to this green. Just a little bit too aggressive. You'll find yourself in a big swale over the back. And easy up and down from there. Again, playing at 158 yards for our Northern Hemisphere folk.
And the breeze very much directly across the hole from left to right.
Like a 5-iron in hand for Daniel Kang. Trying to chase something underneath.
I would think if it was a 5-iron for Kang, this may well be a 6-iron for Stanford. She's lost a few shots to the right with that wind, and she's obviously mishit that. She's come up 5 or 6 yards short of the green, so clearly a mishit, it would seem. Yeah, and Phil, and despite the fact that this is a very wide green, as you know, it's I guess the fact that it's sectionalised reduces that landing area considerably, and they're just trying to work a shot in there.
Ideal shot shape really is a tight little draw that just holds against that breeze, and it's somewhere near Daniel Kang's ball. It will chase back up to that hole, perched right on the back middle of the green. Got to stay short though. Okay.
Oh, that was a bit unlucky. Another yard or so left. That would have worked down off that ridge.
Well, the best round this afternoon was from the Welsh lady Amy Bolden. She was in with a 6-under par 66 and has had a chance to speak with Bruce.
Well, Amy, an outstanding afternoon round of 6-under par 66, especially given the conditions. You must be delighted with the way you played.
I am, yeah. I mean, I made 6 birdies out there. I was bogey-free today, which really felt good, especially with that wind getting up on that back 9. So, yeah, very pleased.
You got an invite to play in this event, and you've taken full advantage.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, arriving here on Sunday, I came and had a look at the course a few times, and I don't know, I think this course just really suits my game. It's like got a links feel to it, and yeah, the wind gets up, and I think coming from Wales, I'm kind of used to the weather.
Well, we talked about that during the coverage. The guys in the commentary box were just talking about the fact you are from Northern Wales. This sort of strong, breezy weather is not unusual for you.
No, I live right on the coast, so this is just a breeze back at home, to be honest. Yeah, I'm definitely used to this weather, so I think coming here, I really was hoping the weather was going to be like this, was going to be quite windy. So yeah, I'm pleased with it today.
When you arrived at the course this morning and saw the very low scoring, what were your thoughts as you headed out?
I think just playing the course for a few times, I thought there was definitely a low score out there. I wasn't surprised to see a 7-under posted, to be honest. But yeah, I just went about my business, and I knew that there was going to be some birdie opportunities out there and taking advantage of them.
Well, fabulous start. Let's hope tomorrow morning you get the conditions that the others got this morning. All the best for the next 54 holes.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
And the view from behind, we've got eyes on it. You can't really see the layup area here at the last, Bruce, when you're on the left side of the fairway?
No, you're blocked out by that bunker about 80 yards ahead of her. She's got something like 260 to the front, so close to 300 to the flag. That's obviously out of the question into this wind. It's really just a matter of finding an angle to this very tight back left flag position.
She started at the right edge of the grandstand. That's a nice angle there. Trying to get it to the right side of the fairway to get some sort of angle, as you're saying there, Bruce. I think she's done it nicely. Very nicely. Back down the fairway, Henderson. Looks like she's got a fairway medal laying up.
Yeah, no option. Phil's 240 to the front and into this one. That's out of the question. Both she and her sister Brittany went up and took a good look at what they're trying to achieve here. She started it down the left side, but that's in pretty good shape. But again, a long way back. She might have mishit that a bit. Strike didn't seem all that good.
Well, it just had to be dry, really. Bruce, while we've got a chance here, we're watching Te Rapa Suwanapura. You're back in the fairway. Your impressions of this tournament here, first time around LPGA in New Zealand and first time around here at Windrush Farm?
Well, Phil, Michael Goldstein and his team have done a tremendous job. I mean, there's a huge challenge to get an LPGA tour down here for its inaugural staging. Obviously, we've had a bit of a bad break with the weather, but the crowds that turned out earlier in the week were outstanding for Lydia in the main, but there's some good quality players and they've seen some high quality golf from more especially Brooke Henderson. So I think they've formed the base for something very special in the years ahead, and I think they can all be very satisfied with the week despite the issues that we had with the weather yesterday.
Goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. The folks at MacKayson have been instrumental in getting this tournament up and running as well. And I say thank you, a large thank you to Chairman MC Kim and his support of Michael Goldstein's vision. Te Rapa Suwanapura now to finish with a par. So a bogey at the last never tastes good, never feels good. And unfortunately for Suwanapura, she'll finish with 78 on this Monday. Tumble back down to 4 under par, and I think body language says it all. You think this little wait for Brooke whilst Jing Yang is putting up here a distraction, or she's a classy competitor to handle it, Bruce?
Well, I think, Phil, given the fact that despite her very young age, she's now previously won 4 titles on the LPGA Tour. She's been in contention on a number of occasions. I guess she's very experienced in the situation. She's attacked when she's had to this week, defended when she's had to. And really, I think she's going to feel very comfortable about walking up to the green with a fairly significant cushion and enjoy the moment.
Jing Yan in for a par at the last, Bruce. That's confirmed that she will finish second alone here. Her best performance on the LPGA Tour. She'll cash a check of just under $120,000, just under 119,000 US dollars, excuse me.
It's just 118 yards here for her, Phil Formoso, and there's some very strong gusts coming through at the moment. She's just going to have to try and find some sort of bunt shot into this very narrow pin position in the back left. There's a ledge up in the back left of the screen, so it's a difficult one to access, and she would love a birdie.
Afford to get it rising too much up into the air. Oh, well done. Well done. Sneaks over that bunker. You can see the relief. It's on the putting surface. Not far from the hole. Maybe finish with a birdie after all the struggles that she's endured in this final round. And now Henderson.
Yes.
One last iron shot, Bruce.
Yeah, and a very similar yardage here for our leader. Similar angle, just slightly left of where Motho was, but it's a very similar type of shot she'll have to try and create.
She's controlled her trajectory fairly well all year. Excuse me, all week, excuse me. All year as well. It's been a successful campaign. And how about that one to close with our leader hitting it in there stiff at the last, the par 5, and now she can enjoy that walk. Brooke Henderson is your champion at 17 under par, all the way from Canada, and she's now down with Bruce Young to hand out some silverware.
Well, thank you, Phil. I'm joined by the chairman of New Zealand Golf, Murray Ward, the chairman of MacKayson, MC Kim, who are our tournament hosts and sponsors this week, and our winner, our 2017 MacKayson New Zealand Open champion, Brooke Henderson. Brookie. That must be one of the longest 18 holes you've played, is it?
It is, for sure. That was super long, but definitely well worth it now.
Tell us about the day today. You started with a 3-shot lead, you extended it early. How comfortable were you feeling out there?
Yeah, you know, I knew it was going to be an extremely tough day. The wind was really howling out there. We had rain at times, and, you know, I was just trying to keep it at minus 17 as long as I could, and I made a couple bogeys, but was able to make a lot of birdies, and really I played some of the best golf I have in a really long time. So, you know, I'm super excited and really happy to be here in New Zealand for my first time, and I'll be back next year.
This is your 5th LPGA Tour title, but the first outside United States. New Zealand's a good place for that to happen.
Absolutely, and I feel like I'm ready for the British Open now too after the last couple of days that we've played. But yeah, super exciting to get it, you know, away from North America, and, you know, hopefully more in the future.
I'm going to ask our tournament host and sponsor, MC Kim, to present you with the winning trophy. And now, equally as important, the winner's check.
Very good, Bruce. Thank you very much. And congratulations to Brooke Henderson, the champion here at the MacKayson New Zealand Women's Open, 195,000 New Zealand dollars. And she really has been a very popular winner here in New Zealand. As she said, she will be back here to defend next year. His sister Brittany hanging around for a little bit of holiday, and has been well earned. Brooke Henderson, her 2nd season on the race to the CME Globe. It's been a great week here at Windross Farm in Auckland, New Zealand. Brooke Henderson is your champion.